What's going on, guys? Casey with the Rogue Way podcast here, formerly Crosswit. You guys remember that just a couple days ago? I'm not going to get into that too much today. What I would like to talk about is some news that quickly made my feed, and then I started getting people asking my opinions on it, being a pro-gun guy, what I thought about it, and that was the bump stocks. If you don't know, it appears that President Trump has done something, signed something with somebody, whatever, and that now bump stocks are illegal. And as the article says, owners of them have, I think, 90 days to destroy the bump stocks or to turn them over to the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, or something to that effect. So everyone wants to know, what do you think about it? You're pro Second Amendment. Trump here is taking away, doing something against guns. Obama didn't do anything on this, so now who's coming to get your guns? So I'm going to give my comments on it. First of all, let me give you a little bit about my background, because I don't know if I've been upfront about it enough for people to realize my experience with guns. Okay, I'm not a gun expert. I wouldn't say that in that sense, but I do have a considerable amount of experience with guns, considering my career started in the Army National Guard at 18. I did a few years in the Guard. I went to the Marine Corps. I was a rifleman in the Marine Corps. Spent some time in infantry. I am a sniper. I was a designated defensive marksman in the State Department. I protected diplomats as a sniper in high threat areas such as Iraq. I am a sniper as a law enforcement officer, and I teach. I actually developed and run the law enforcement basic sniper operators course, which is one of the prominent police sniper courses in Arkansas right now. We're in our 4th year. So I have experience. I'm also on a tactical team. I carry a fully automatic weapon on me as part of that job. I carry a H&K MP5, which is fully automatic. So I do have an opinion on this, and I think my opinion is valid. So, the comments I'm getting are, well, look what Trump is doing. He's taking away, he's infringing on gun rights or whatever. First of all, with my background, I would like to tell you, I didn't even know what a bump stock was until Las Vegas. Now, I know to a lot of gun experts out there and enthusiasts, you're like, oh my God, how could you not know what a bump stock was? I didn't. Okay, I didn't know what a bump stock was. I heard about it in the Las Vegas shooting. I looked into it, and after I realized what it was, I was actually surprised that it was legal already. And actually, this did come up in the Obama administration, and it was decided in his administration that though they didn't like it, there was nothing that could be legally done. They didn't feel like they had the ability to ban it at that time. So it was President Obama that administration who determined that there wasn't the ability to legally ban it. And Trump has essentially banned it, apparently. So what is a bump stock? A bump stock is basically, for if you don't know what it is, like I didn't at that time, in general terms, a bump stock is a device that you can put on an AR-15 platform, the M4 military-style rifle platform, and it replaces the handle and the stock. And essentially what it does is it uses the weapon's physics, it uses the weapon's recoil and things like that to manipulate the trigger in a way that allows it to be pulled faster than a person should be able to pull it on their own, which basically enables them. And if you've ever seen one fired, go to YouTube. There's some videos on there. Yeah, it's essentially a fully automatic weapon. So the first time I saw that, I was surprised the damn thing was legal anyway. Now, my personal opinions, I don't believe that fully automatic weapons should be illegal. I think, and I got my own opinions on that, and I'm sure that'll cause a lot of comments or whatever. But, I think that they're probably restricted more than they should be. But the fact is that they're already restricted. All right, fully automatic weapons are already restricted. You have to have licenses for those type of weapons. So when you come at me and say, what do you think about this? President Trump is taking away your guns. He's not taking away guns. He's banning something, in my opinion, under the current mentality or legal precedent should have already been banned anyway, if you believe in that sort of stuff. I don't. So yeah, I don't like the fact that a bump stock is being made illegal, but quite frankly, it's no skin off my back. I've never even shot a weapon with a bump stock on it. Never even seen a weapon with a bump stock on it. Honestly, don't even know if I would purchase it if it weren't. I haven't purchased it since I found out about it. So So if you're going to try to use this to kind of agitate me politically, then, you know, whatever. That's kind of funny. So my opinion on the bump stock situation is I don't have one. I don't know of anyone that has one. I don't know of anyone that actually gives a shit about bump stocks. So it's really not a big deal to anyone that I know. And it's probably not a big deal to the majority of the gun owners out there. And most of the videos that I watched, the gun owners and enthusiasts that I saw, a lot of them said the same thing. I've never had one until now. I've never, you know, so I think they said there's tens of thousands of them circulating on the market right now. That's not a lot compared to how many weapons and how many firearms there are out there. So it's really not that big of a thing. So anyway, I'm sorry to disappoint you guys if you thought that the conservatives were going to get all riled up about bump stocks, but I wouldn't look for that happening, okay? As far as a slippery slope argument that, you know, if Obama would have done this, would I have been flipping out? No, because I would have actually expected him to have already done it. I'm kind of surprised they didn't do it when it was in their court. They felt like they couldn't for legal reasons. It is what it is. I don't typically bash President Obama, okay? Where I differ with most of my conservative friends is I actually, there were a lot of things about President Obama's presidency that I did like. I thought he was attacked relentlessly and a lot of times needlessly. And I always hated the fact that and I said this back then, I'll say it again, but I felt like we were setting a bar attacking him. I think we're kind of going, I don't want to get off into political stuff too much, but, you know, President George W. Bush, I think, was attacked way too much. I think President Obama was attacked in spite of that, or basically just in revenge of that. I think he was just targeted for a lot of, you know, just needless stuff. A lot of conspiracy theories and all those other kind of things, whatever. And then I think now that Trump is being done the same way, I think what we need to do as Americans is stop attacking the president so much and stop looking for I gotchas all the time and start, you know, just trying to make middle ground. But that's me, and I'm the coast of the rogue way, right? Nobody on, you know, I'm not going to agree with anyone on either side probably. But there you go. That's my show. I know it went a little bit longer than I expected it to, but I did want to take 5 or 10 minutes, you know, to talk about the bump stock since it's in all the news feeds today. In closing, bump stocks, not a big deal to most people. Fully automatic weapons are already illegal, are restricted, heavily restricted without licensing. So there's really no legal reason why, in my opinion, bump stocks shouldn't have already been restricted anyway. So NRA already supported this. So I don't think it's anything that that Trump did that's going to piss a lot of people off. And I don't think it would have been anything that President Obama would have done that would have surprised anybody. So not really much of an issue. Sorry to disappoint you guys. But that's me, Casey with the Rogue Way. Hope to see you guys next time. Later.